Hello and welcome to Lockdown Economy Nepal, a local edition of a social non-profit initiative to help small businesses and self-employed professionals overcome the challenges of the pandemic. In Nepal, it is being done in collaboration with NYEF Kathmandu Chapter, a membership-based non-profit organization dedicated to create outstanding entrepreneurs, and AlterContacts, a global think tank for sustainable development based in Amsterdam. My name is Susan Lal Manandar, host of the interview series, and I'd like to welcome everyone who has joined us for this session. Today, my guest is Mr. Sumeet Dhanuka, who is the proprietor of Monalisa Exclusive Textiles. Hello, Sumit ji, how are you?
Hi, Susan. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm really excited to have you here. And before we get into the lockdown economy questions, let's get started with the introduction of Monalisa Exclusive Textiles. So, Sumit ji, when did you establish this company? What services do you provide, and where are you based?
Mona Lisa is basically was established at in 2007. It was so previously we used to do lots of trading of different fabrics from all over the world. So there was little, the market was growing. Everything was people were asking, demanding for newer fabrics, and we were wholesaling the fabrics, shirtings and suitings basically to all the shopkeepers in Nepal, all over Nepal. So there was a need of more emerging fabrics, better brands, better quality. But then there we saw that there is a ceiling that we had our own limitations because more better quality fabrics were not being able to we were not being able to sell those fabrics to the shopkeepers, to the other retailers. So at that time we thought of we should start building our own brand, and we should come up with our own showroom where we do exclusive brands under one umbrella. And that time malls were emerging as well. So there was this United World Trade Center which had just finished the construction, and they were about to open their mall for public. So that is when we thought of let's take a space here and let's establish ourselves as retailers as well. So that is when we started. As from Mona Lisa we became Mona Lisa Exclusive Textiles, and that is when we made our own showroom, and we introduced good quality fabrics to the Nepalese market.
All
So
right.
we started the shirting and shootings, and then we entered into bespoke tailoring as well. So in 2007 we started our retail business.
Perfect. And like you said, you started in 2007. It's been a very long time. And we'll get into the lockdown situation in a while. But I was going through your social media pages as well, and you provide your clients suits with the finest fabrics and the most immaculate designs. And you've been doing it for almost 13 years now. What was your business like before the whole Corona situation? How was your business performing?
Thank you so much, Susan, that you went through our pages and you saw different designs and all. So before Corona, so let us get back to 2007. So that is the time when people were mostly wearing suits, only black, blue, gray, mostly official wears. And even if they go for weddings, they wear the same suits and they go to the weddings or they attend the weddings. So slowly, gradually, we started with we should introduce something new to the market. We bought lots of colors, we bought lots of designs, we bought lots of we introduced checks, we introduced stripes, we introduced jacquards. So it took us almost 3-4 years to make people understand that okay, men's fashion can be more than black, blue and charcoal gray. So that is the time when we also introduced different styles of men fashion. We started with small sherwanis, kurtas, and different kind of blazers, overcoats, and mostly 2-3 years. It took us 2-3 years to establish ourselves as some to give something new in the market. But later on, people started catching up, and then we got our major breakthrough in 2013 when people actually started understanding the concept of color in men's fashion as well. So I think before lockdown, we were doing pretty good business where we were getting lots of we were getting lots of order for men attire, and with the growth of Facebook and with the growth of people, the need to share stories and photographs and everything, people started liking our variety more and more. So that is when we got lots of word of mouth publicity, and then that is how we started growing our brand and growing our image. Before lockdown, I think we were doing quite decent amount of business, but yes, this COVID-19 was a major setback for us, and we are trying to cope up with this whole scenario.
That's great to hear that you were actually trendsetters in your business. And now going into lockdown, a lot of your clients use your products, wear your products in events like weddings and formal business events and meetings. But coming to 2020, these events are not happening. So what kind of problems did the pandemic pose at your business, and what strategies did you take to combat these problems?
Susan, to speak frankly, to say something like when the pandemic happened, we didn't know what is happening around. So at that moment, we were all doing whatever our government was asking us to do. We were inside, we were locked down, we were inside our homes. We were like, first week was panicking. We panicked, like, okay, what's going to happen, what's happening, what's not, what is like life going to be now. But then from second week onwards, I'll not lie, we started enjoying with our families, with my I have a young son, and with my wife, with my parents, I was spending good time with them. So I really enjoyed the first month, first 2 months. But then gradually, as this got stretched, then again we started panicking. Okay, now what should we do? Our business is getting hampered, our daily life is getting hampered, our fitness is getting hampered. So then after, most probably after 6 weeks, something was like, okay, now we should react, now we should do something. So at that moment, everywhere people were talking about, corona, covid suits, this, that. So we did have our tailors, we did have our staff waiting for our command, but then we had nothing to say. Lots of people were asking if you can make ppe suits. We also wanted to make ppe suits, but then as I said, my it was not our uh, portfolio to make ppe suits, and we didn't have any knowledge about it. So we were like, let's wait and watch. we will let's wait and watch, and let this time pass, and then we will do something creative again. So at that time, pretty much we were all sitting doing nothing. But after 2 months, we started you know we started calling our staffs, and as lockdown also eased off a bit, we started having meetings. And then it was kind of a situation where we didn't know what to do. So at that time, we came up with a solution that we should make ready-made. So we started making, small. We started making t-shirts. We started making jackets. We started making raincoats. We started making pants, and that gave us a really good new opportunity. And now, if God, by God's grace, we have already established a brand called Glow Express Yourself, and now we are coming up with a full-fledged ready-made range, completely manufactured in Nepal, but designed in Korea. So we have our friends in Korea who are sending us designs, and we are procuring fabrics from them, and we are designing our whole range in Nepal itself. So yes, this pandemic has come up, has this pandemic got me with new ideas. So yes, so that was good.
That is great. And like you said, you have introduced new services in your company. What has been the consumer's response to these services?
Oh, we got very good response, because there was two factors. There were two factors. Retail, in retail, lots of ready-mades were not being imported right now, but fabrics, where we were able to order fabrics from abroad, because we were getting samples from DHL. We were looking at the samples, and we were asking them to send lots of samples, lots of fabrics. So that gave us a new opportunity, and I think we got an opportunity to make garments in Nepal itself. And by God's grace, our quality is so good that people are not being able to make it out. Like, customers are not being able to make it that it is made in Nepal, or it is actually imported from China, Korea, or anywhere in the world. So that is happening right now. Yes, and we have already started our more ready-made manufacturing and all.
That is fantastic. And talking about the lockdown again, there are several other players in the market. So do you know how your competitors approached the lockdown?
See, first of all, we all were going through the same pain. All my competitors are more of a friend to me than than competitors, and we did have couple of Zoom meetings with them. We did discuss what to do, how to do, and we were talking to them, and we were discussing. Okay, we were making these mini suits. We got an order today. We are going to get order after a week. So we were communicating to each other, and I think it was all like the pain was so same that we were empathizing each other rather than you are my competition, this that. We were just talking like how we can help each other, and moral support was also very necessary at that time, which we got from each other. So I think competitors can be your best friends because they share similar pain.
That is incredible because I've asked this question in every interview so far, and I've got this response about collaboration in a lot of these interviews, and it's really nice to hear that companies are sticking together during the lockdown period and they're helping each other out, and that is great. So now in Nepal, the situation is that lockdown has been eased. How is your business performing in this situation?
Okay, so I have a story to share. Immediately after the lockdown, like when things were moving ahead, I myself caught COVID. So I was in this COVID situation for a good 1 month. So normally people take around 14 to 15 days to come out of COVID situation, like, but I took 18 to 20 days. So I think uh, after that isolation period of mine was a really eye opener for me. I'm just sharing my personal experience. It might not be related to your question, but I'll get to that. So when that was happening, for almost 16 days, I was on my own. So that time I came, and like something changed me. The fear, the limits that I thought that I had constructed for myself, I was like, okay, everything is crap, everything is bullshit. Sumit, now after this COVID situation, you will make sure that you are going to do whatever you want to do, and with God, by everyone's help, by by love from everyone, I am being able to break the barriers that I had previously made for myself, and now I'm moving ahead. So as I'm saying this, I'm promoting everything like whatever I wanted to do. See, selling clothes or selling anything is very easy, but branding it, giving it a name, giving it a face, and making that product tangible, I think that is our job, because fabric will not talk, suits will not talk, or any product will not talk. But then it's our job as an entrepreneur, it's my job to make sure that people can communicate to my product.
Yes.
So we are coming up with we have excellent marketing programming that we have made for another 6 7 months. We are coming up with a new concept where we have made a Royal Optima book. It is a volume 2 where we have covered more than 45 people from all the fields, and we have done a photo shoot, and we are going to come up with a coffee table book soon, a lookbook.
Okay.
So so that is going to give people a different perspective of what Nepalese fashion, men's fashion, is all about, and that is what we are working on. And then we have new fabrics. My suppliers, everyone are so energized right now. They have come up with so many samples during this 2 month time. I have received more than 5,000 samples from all my suppliers, and they are, Sumitji, you should come up with something new. You should do this. You should do that. And we have already started ordering our new varieties, new this thing. And I think till now everything looks good. COVID-19 is a setback for us, for everyone. We are trying to figuring out like how to increase our sales, how to get back everything on track. But I think within couple of months we'll be right back on track, and we'll be not walking, but we'll be flying this time. And for good another 15 20 30 40 50 60 years, as long as market runs, we are going to do what we are best at.
That is really nice to hear because, like you said, this whole pandemic situation has been terrible for everybody. But I'm very happy to hear that you and your team have been able to find this positive energy during this time and take your company to greater heights, and all the best for that. But with all the things you just said right now, with the services you're adding to your business, with the situation we are in right now, what is the outlook for Monalisa Exclusive Textiles for the next 3 months?
See, I must say that first of all, I will thank all my landlords, all my bankers, all my financial partners, all my customers, all my staff members, all my family members, to to understand the importance of supporting each other. We have got immense support from our landlords. There wasn't even a single phone call for us that, okay, you got to pay your rent, or there wasn't even a single. In fact, our banking partners were like very supportive to us. Like, if there's any problem, let us know. If there's anything you want, let us know. We believe in you. You will come out. And even as I said, we are a very small, medium-sized organization where our staff members are more like a family members to us. So their problem with our problem with their problem. They were understanding. They were taking our calls. We were taking their calls. So everything is teamwork, and everything is more than a teamwork. Everything is, once you understand each other emotionally, everything just falls back. Everything gets in line. So I would also like to share this with my friends, whoever are into retail or into manufacturing or into trading. See, professional relations are there, but if you are able to take that one step further, if you want to really, grow, you have to take that one step further, and you have to make your professional entourage as your personal entourage as well. So that is how you will grow. So I think we were talking before also, like 2-3 days back, when you asked me like what were the problems you faced, and you were asking me that question, and I was really saying what can you change, like what would you like to change. Do you remember, Susan? You were asking me like what
Yes.
do you want to change? You
Yeah.
asked me, and I
Yes, sure.
couldn't I couldn't I couldn't think of anything. Like that is my I couldn't think of anything. What, like, because I know everyone are facing problems right now. I cannot say my landlords, okay, if my rent gets if it gets to zero, or if bank doesn't charge me interest. I know everyone has pain, but I was just say that if everyone be patient with this phase, and give everyone time to grow and
Yes.
time to come out of this phase. So I think that is what is needed, what is uh, asked at the moment, to be patient with each other, to understand
Yeah.
each other's need, and to
Mm.
accommodate each other's problems and each other's need, to be little empathetic.
Yeah. That is a very incredible statement you just gave us right now. You make your professional entourage your personal entourage. That is I think, a message a lot of our viewers would also enjoy, and that's a very good statement. So, Sumit, this is my final question to you. If you could point out 3 areas in your business that you require some assistance or help with, what would they be?
Susan, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me right now? I think we just had a
Yeah,
little
can
bit
you
of
repeat
lag.
the question?
So,
Yeah, can you repeat the question once again?
if you could point out 3 areas in your business that you need help with, what would they be?
So definitely we need lots and lots of love and support from each one of you. And so clothes, why clothes? Why fabrics? Why clothes? See, clothes is not only about showing it to anyone, it's about making yourself better. It's about feeling. It's about, how you feel. If I'm in my pajamas and if I'm sleeping whole day, if I get a chance to go to a party, and if I get a chance to wear a nice dress and I go, I feel so much happy. The 50%, see, going to a social gathering is just 25% of your, happiness. The happiness, the 50% is like you getting up, you wearing good clothes, putting a nice attire, making yourself happy, and getting to that point is 50% happiness. And then 25% is like meeting new people, and them acknowledging your work and yourself. So I would say that I would really need love and support from everyone. And yes, if I could control my expenses a bit, but I'm a little generous on that side, because expenses are a part of this thing. You cannot. But if I can control my expenses, that would be a really good thing. And third is definitely acknowledgement. If I get, if people understand the brand, they give time, they come to us, I think that is what I would require from everyone right now. That is the three major things that I want.
Great, and I hope that this interview itself is very helpful for you to accomplish the things you just said right now. And thank you, Sumeet. That is all the questions I had for you. This was a very fun conversation. I can feel your energy from here, and thank you so much for doing this for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. You actually gave me so much. This interview actually have motivated me more to work harder and accomplish my goals. And I hope, like, if my friends, families, and well-wishers to feel that.
I'm sure they will.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sumeet again, and thank you to everyone who joined us for this session. If you have any questions for Sumeet, you can find his contact in the description, or you can leave a comment in this video. I invite you to like this video, share it with your friends, and follow our page, the NYEF Kathmandu Chapter Facebook page. A recording of this video will be present in the AlterContacts YouTube channel, so please subscribe to our channel. There are playlists of videos where entrepreneurs and small business owners from different parts of the world have shared us their insights. We'll have many more interviews like this in the upcoming weeks. Stay tuned, and goodbye.
Thank you, NYEF Kathmandu Chapter. Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sumeet.